So what we're looking at is not the Google TV user interface. This is not a Roku device. This is not your NVIDIA Shield TV. This is not a custom launcher. This is the new Fire TV Stick user interface. This is the biggest design they've done in over 6 years. So this video, we're going to jump into the details. Of course, if you received this update, drop in the comments, let me know which device you received it on, and let me know how you liking it. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. So before we jump into it, I wanted to ask you guys to do me a huge favor. Do have a secondary channel. I have had it up for a while. I recently did some rebranding. I want you guys to please head over there, subscribe. This is going to serve as a backup, as a secondary channel. Anything can happen with the main channel, so do want to keep this up and running. And what I'm going to try to do is post different content on here just to have it in good standing. So do me a favor, head over there, hit the subscribe button. I'll leave a link to the channel in the comment section as well as the description. Really appreciate it. Let's quickly head back over to the Fire TV user interface update. Alright, so this video is going to be a simple walkthrough of the new Fire TV user interface. We have been waiting for this for a couple months now. Done a video on this, and I couldn't wait for this to be released because once we get used to this, is this going to rival the Google user interface? So let's just start with a basic overview. So on the top left, that's where the menus are going to be. You can see you have your movies, you have your games, art and photos, you have your app store, my stuff, smart home, ambient, as well as your settings. So we're going to jump into the settings here in a little bit, but you can see that alone just kind of threw me way off. We used to the settings being all the way to the right, but they've completely moved where that is. Let's go down to the settings, and I want to show you some changes there, but I also wanted to show you which version of Fire TV I'm running. This is my Fire TV Stick 4K Max. This is the 3rd generation, just so you guys know. So if I go to my settings, you can see even the settings is completely redesigned. Some of the same names, but the icons look a little bit different. Just the fact that they're occupying an entire screen is a different experience for us. So within settings, you're going to have network, you're going to have My Fire TV, accounts and profiles, applications, displays and sound, notifications, live TV, equipment control, preferences, controllers and devices. You have your also have accessibility and help. First, let's go into My Fire TV. This part actually looks the same. So if I click on about, check for upgrade, you can see I am completely up to date. But if you look at the Fire TV version, you can see we're on Fire OS 8.1.6.0. It looks like the build number is RS8160/3380. So keep that in mind for the Fire TV Stick 4K Max. So for the most part, it looks like besides the redesign, everything in the settings are going to be the same as it was before. So once you click into those settings, it kind of goes into the old design that we're used to. So let's go back out. All right, so that's going to be your settings. So if I go to my app store, all right, so that looks about the same for the most part. All right, so settings going to be changed. Your menus and how you access them are going to be changed. Next, you're going to have your search. So again, with this, you can search content normally. You can search for applications. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. We'll just search for downloader. All right. All right, so search is going to work like it normally does. Next, we have our home. Now, the home is a complete different story. So we used to have in our quick access applications in the top. Now they're in the second row, and you can see you still have the same applications. Let's see if I can click on it, long press. You can see I can still move them around. Pretty cool. Let's go back. All right, so your pin. All right, so your applications are going to be in the top right here, and this has all my applications, it looks like. But cool thing is that you can go ahead and you can reorganize them. Up here is just next up. With these, you can do a long press. You do get some additional options: Netflix, watch trailer, add to watch list. sponsored, continue watching, free. All right, so everything right here is going to be about the same what we're used to. So that's going to be your home. Like I said, the biggest change is that you do have your next up at the top row, and then below that you're going to have your applications. All right, next we're going to have our movies. All right, so you can see different content right there. So if I was to click on this one, for instance, it's going to give you the play option, so you can play it on my Prime videos. You can see it is available, or you can buy it in other places. Pretty cool, kind of a place to have all your movies, and you can decide which platform you want to watch them from. Gonna have your TV shows. It's going to be a similar setup. Again, this is all brand new. You have your live TV, and again, this used to be another dedicated area, but look like they just kind of moved it into its own area. So you're gonna have your guide, you're gonna have your free live TV, recommendations, Prime videos. So nothing groundbreaking in those areas. You also have a dedicated sports area, which I actually like now, because now if I want to know what's going on with the tournaments, I can check it out. If I want to see what's going on with highlights, MLB, NBA. So I kind of like that this has a dedicated area. And you're going to have your news area. Again, pretty cool that they separated this out to its own separate areas. All right, so before I give you my thoughts on this new rollout, let's see if we can still install third-party applications. So if I go to my Fire TV, so cool thing is that I do see developer options. So developer options is still enabled, which is cool. And you can see I do have the ability to install third-party applications. So that's still present on the current update. But overall, I do like the user interface. I do love the fact that they did separate the live and the sports and the news to its own dedicated areas. Where the menu's located, I am going to have to get a little bit used to it, but it shouldn't be bad. It is fairly easy to find. I just think now I have a couple more steps to get in my settings, but again, that's something I can get used to. I do think the UI looks more modern. I don't hate that the apps are in the second row. Again, just a little bit of getting used to, but overall I think they're moving in the right direction. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, this is going to be my second channel where I'll do separate uploads, so definitely subscribe. This can serve as a secondary channel or a backup channel. Definitely appreciate your support on this channel as well. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.